Welcome to worship at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church. My name is Pastor Eric, he, him, his. We're so glad you're here to worship with us online. Before we begin, I want to share a couple announcements. First of all, we have a ramp repair that has been going on this week. On Sunday, we hope the cement will be dry. And on Monday and Tuesday, we'll be having new hand railings in. So next time you come to the church campus, hopefully it'll be easier to get up to the sanctuary. Next Sunday, we'll be having an online communion via the Zoom platform. That's October 18th at 11 a.m. So you want to join us at 11 a.m. next Sunday, look for your email for the connection link. At the end of the month, October 25th, we'll be having another outdoor worship service celebrating Reformation Sunday. If you want to join us, again, look for the emails to register. 9 a.m. is our traditional service. 11 a.m. is the informal service. We continue now with our opening hymn. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, the love of God, and the communion of the Holy Spirit be with you all. Let us pray. Lord of the feast, you have prepared a table before all peoples and poured out your life with abundance. Call us again to your banquet. Strengthen us by what is honorable, just, and pure, and transform us into a people of righteousness and peace. Through Jesus Christ, our Savior and Lord. Amen. We continue with our first reading.
The first reading is from the book of Philippians, chapter 4. My brothers and sisters, whom I love and long for, my joy and crown, stand firm in the Lord in this way, my beloved. I urge Euodia and I urge Syntyche to be of the same mind in the Lord. Yes, and I ask you also, my loyal companion, to help these women, for they have struggled beside me in the work of the gospel, together with the Clement and the rest of my co-workers whose names are in the book of life. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I will say, rejoice. Let your gentleness be known to everyone. The Lord is near. Do not worry about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Finally, beloved, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is pleasing, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, and if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things. Keep on doing the things that you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, and the God of peace will be with you. Word of God, word of life. Thanks be to God.
Hallelujah, Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
The Holy Gospel according to Matthew, chapter 22. Glory to you, O Lord. Once more Jesus spoke to them in parables, saying, "The kingdom of heaven may be compared to a king who gave a wedding banquet for his son. He sent his slaves to call those who had been invited to the wedding banquet, but they would not come. And again he sent other slaves, saying, 'Tell those who have been invited, look, I have prepared my dinner. My oxen and my fat calves have been slaughtered, and everything is ready. Come to the wedding banquet.' But they made light of it and went away, one to his farm, another to his business, while the rest seized the slaves, mistreated them, and killed them. The king was enraged. He sent his troops, destroyed those murderers, and burned their city. Then he said to his slaves, 'The wedding is ready, but those invited were not worthy. Go therefore into the main streets and invite everyone you find to the wedding banquet.' Those slaves went out into the streets and gathered all whom they found, both good and bad, so the wedding hall was filled with guests. But when the king came to see the guests, he noticed a man there who was not wearing a wedding robe, and he said to him, 'Friend, how did you get here without a wedding robe?' And he was speechless. Then the king said to the attendants, 'Bind him hand and foot and throw him into the outer darkness, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. For many are called, but few are chosen.'" The Gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ.
The kind of clothes that we wear can make a difference on how we feel. When we put on some comfy pajamas at night, it can help us feel cozy and relaxed. When we get dressed up for a meeting at work, it can help us feel sharp and prepared, as well as more confident. When we put on our sweatpants and tennis shoes, it can help put us into the mindset of exercise. The clothes we choose to wear can also reflect our status, our values, even our priorities. The brand names that we put or don't put on, the messages that may be written on our clothes, can all say something about who we are and what we might believe. In the ancient world, when Jesus lived, clothing could have similar significance. It could reflect a person's socioeconomic status, their mood, or even their character. In the parable Jesus tells today, we hear about a man who seems to be getting judged by the kinds of clothes he is wearing. Or more precisely, he's being judged for the clothes that he is not wearing. Apparently, a king has invited this man to a wedding, but the man is not wearing a wedding robe. When the king sees him improperly dressed, he asks how he got in without the wedding robe. The man does not have an answer, so the king throws him out. The story is troubling enough, as we might empathize with the poor guy for being judged simply for what he's wearing. But it is especially troubling because Jesus has prefaced this whole story about telling his followers that the parable tells them something about what the kingdom of heaven is like. Does this mean we have to wear a certain kind of clothing to get into heaven? Well, I think the writer, Michael Verdicchio has some helpful comments when it comes to this parable. He says the key thing in this parable is that it was a marriage of a king's son. In Bible times, if you were invited to a wedding given by a king for one of their children, you did not wear your own wedding robe. Attending that marriage with your own wedding robe would have been a great insult, because the king would provide a wedding robe for all the guests. The king would have made careful arrangements to see that all the garments would be delivered to each guest. Everyone who attended would then be wearing the attire provided to them by the king. So when you attended a wedding given by the king, you didn't come showing your own social standing, wealth, or prestige. Instead, you were showing the king's power and prestige. Those hearing Jesus speak this parable understood what he was saying. They lived in that culture and practiced those customs. They understood this man was not too poor to acquire the proper garment. They understood this was not a mistake, but a deliberate act by the man in refusing what the king had provided. They understood why the king would order him to be thrown out of the wedding. By not wearing the wedding robe, the man would have, in a sense, been insulting the king's standing. It would have reflected poorly on the king's hospitality and prestige. What we wear can reflect what we value or where our focus lies. Now, this can most easily be seen in the way people wear many t-shirts, jerseys, or hats that reflect their support of a certain sports team. A person's support of a certain team can simply be just something fun they wear and to cheer a team on, but it can also tell you about what kind of sports they like, where they might have grown up, or perhaps where they're from, or how they used to connect with a parent watching a certain kind of sports team. What people wear can also reflect what kind of political or social causes they might also support. When Jesus tells the parable of the wedding banquet, he isn't just talking about a literal wedding robe. He is comparing our spiritual lives and asking his listeners to think about what it is that we are supporting. What is it that we are wearing on our hearts and our minds? What is being reflected by our thoughts and actions? Are we honoring the heavenly King? Are we reflecting the path of God in our lives? The New Testament uses clothing imagery to describe different aspects of our relationship with God. One thing that such imagery can describe is our union with Christ that happens at our baptism. In Galatians chapter 3, Paul writes, "In Christ Jesus, you are all children of God through faith. For as many of you as were baptized into Christ have also been clothed with Christ. Therefore, everyone who has committed their life to Christ by faith has the status of having put on Christ." Clothing imagery can also vividly portray the transformation that results from our relationship with Jesus. In contrast to living a life of disobedience to God and his ways, Paul instructs believers to put on the Lord Jesus Christ and make no provision for the flesh to gratify its desires. Sometimes the command is to be clothed with certain godly characteristics that are a reflection of Christ himself. The book of Colossians says, "As God's chosen ones, holy and beloved, clothe yourself with compassion, with humility, kindness, meekness, and patience." Thus, the call to be clothed with these godly characteristics is rooted in our status as ones who are holy, chosen, and loved by God. Now, this is a status that we do not need to earn. It is simply bestowed upon us through our baptism. as we are invited to walk into the wedding banquet of God's mercy and love. But the question is, will we accept the invitation? Will we put on the robe of Christ, or will we refuse to wear it? In the parable, the guest who does not put on the wedding robe is thrown out into the darkness. There's weeping and gnashing of teeth. When we don't put our hearts and minds on Christ, we can end up going down a self-destructive path. We can dwell on negative thoughts about ourselves or others. We can let fear or worry dominate our mindset so that our struggles and frustrations become magnified. Today we heard in Paul's letter to the Philippians how we can combat getting sucked into this kind of negative direction. He gives some very concrete advice of how we can be clothed with the mind of Christ, which will put us into a life-giving, positive position that God would intend for our lives. Paul does this by talking about how we can shift our focus and think on certain things. Whatever we focus on tends to get expanded in our minds. If you've ever purchased a new car, you've seen this principle in action. Before you bought your car, you might not have noticed the make and model of that car on the road. But once you sign on the dotted line for your car, now it seems like every fifth vehicle on the road is one like yours. Did tons of people suddenly go out and buy the exact same car as you? No. But now your brain is focused on that particular make and model, so it notices every single one that drives by. So what might we focus on that could expand the things of Christ within our minds so we notice them more often? Here are some of the things Paul lists that we can focus our time and energy thinking about, rather than filling our minds with so much of the junk that life can throw at us and spending our time worrying too much. The first one Paul lists: think on whatever things are true. It can be hard in this age of the internet and social media to know what is true. So many times when we speculate or make assumptions, we end up thinking about things that really simply aren't true. Because we don't have all the information sometimes, our brains like to try to fill in those gaps with something. But when we do that, we can get sucked into lies. Being true means being in line with what is actually there, as in a true story, something real, genuine, authentic. It means to be sincere, faithful, steadfast, as in a true friend. It means reflecting the essential or genuine character of something, as in its true nature. How can we work to discern what is true? Number 2, think on whatever things are honorable. How much of what we spend our mental energy on is really just simply vulgar? What if we spent more time thinking on things that are honorable? Something is honorable when it is of an exalted moral or mental character or excellence. Other words to describe it would be noble, lofty, elevated, principled, magnanimous, worthy. Number 3, think on things that are just. So much of our culture seems to be turning things upside down when it comes to justice. How can we lift up fairness in our legal and economic systems? How can we be aware of making things more just in our workplaces, our schools, and our society, so all might have an equal voice or equal opportunities? Number 4, think on whatever things are pure. A pure thing is innocent, modest, clean, free from anything that might contaminate it or any extraneous material. Too much worry contaminates what God says about us and who we truly are in Christ. We need to catch ourselves when we get mixed up with those impurities. Take it back to God's word and see what God says about us or other people or our situation. And number 5, think on whatever things are pleasing. Things that are pleasing are acceptable. They're charming, lovely, or beautiful. And they're beautiful in a way that does not just appeal to the eye, but in a deeper way that appeals to the heart and to the mind. It is good for us to appreciate and notice things of simple beauty around us. We need to feed our souls with things that are pleasing, just like we feed our bodies with healthy food. Whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure or pleasing, these are some of the things we can think on that can expand our minds to focus on that which is excellent or worthy of praise. This influences what we do and who we are, so that it becomes more evident that we are wearing the clothes of Christ. And when other people see this and notice it, they too become interested in Christ's invitation. It is an invitation that is extended to all. It is an invitation to celebrate, to see joy, to practice gratitude, to join in the heavenly banquet, and to be a part of God's kingdom. So why not put on the robe of Christ and experience the benefits? Amen. As a part of the sermon this morning, I wanted to close by sharing with you a short video my daughter Maya made. Sometimes during this pandemic, when we are feeling more isolated, it can be hard to keep our minds focused on things that are positive. Something my daughter started doing that she found helpful was to take little videos of things on a walk around the neighborhood or around the house that brought her joy, and then put them together. I wanted to share it with you because it reminded me that when we set our minds on the simple beauty of the things around us, it begins to put us into that mindset of gratitude that Paul talked about in the second reading today. I hope you enjoy it.
salvation, the Lord is the strength of my life. The Lord is my light and my salvation, the Lord is the strength of my life. So I will not be afraid, no, I will not be afraid, because the Lord is my light, the Lord is my light, the Lord is my light. The Lord is my light and my salvation, the Lord is the strength of my life. The Lord is my light and my salvation, the Lord is the strength of my life. So I will not be afraid, no, I will not be afraid, because the Lord is my light, the Lord is my light, the Lord is my light. In the day of trouble, He will hide me. He will keep me safe. He will guide me through. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is the strength of my life. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is the strength of my life. So I will not be afraid. No, I will not be afraid. Because the Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. In the darkest hour, He will keep me. Evil has no power when He shelters me. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is the strength of my life. The Lord is my light and my salvation. The Lord is the strength of my life. So I will not be afraid. No, I will not be afraid. Because the Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. Because the Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. Because the Lord is my light. The Lord is my light. The Lord is my light.
I invite you now to join me in professing our faith through the words of the Apostles' Creed. I believe in God, the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. I believe in Jesus Christ, God's only Son, our Lord, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit, born of the Virgin Mary, suffered under Pontius Pilate, was crucified, died, and was buried. He descended to the dead. On the third day he rose again. He ascended into heaven. He is seated at the right hand of the Father, and he will come again to judge the living and the dead. I believe in the Holy Spirit, the Holy Catholic Church, communion of saints, the forgiveness of sins, the resurrection of the body, and the life everlasting. Amen. For our offering today, I hear that we have a special presentation for a certain Appreciation Sunday.
Today, October 11th, 2020, is Pastor Appreciation Day nationwide, and we at Holy Trinity appreciate our pastor, always, and especially now during these difficult times. Thank you, Pastor Eric. Happy Pastor Appreciation Day, and thank you for everything you do. But more important than Pastor Appreciation Day is that this year, October 2020, is the 20th anniversary of your ordination. We have a surprise celebration for you to honor your 20 years of service. Today, after this virtual service video, we have a virtual 20th anniversary celebration. Everyone is invited. So after church, after this virtual service video, stay tuned for the video to celebrate 20 years of your ministry. Surprise! Congratulations on 20 years.
With confidence in God's grace and mercy, let us pray for the world, for the church, and for all those who are in need. Gracious host, fill your church with a spirit of joyous hospitality. We pray for bishops, teachers, church leaders, and all children of God as they invite others to your table of boundless grace. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Gracious host, as creation waits with eager longing for redemption, protect your creatures that are mistreated. Restore valleys, mountains, and pastures, and still and running waters. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Gracious host, as you set a table in the presence of enemies, so bless the efforts of diplomats, international peace workers, and world leaders who navigate conflict. May they proceed with dialogue and understanding so that justice and peace prevails. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Gracious host, let your gentleness be known among those who are weary or ill. Strengthen doctors, medical care workers, and caretakers who work towards the needs of others. We pray for ministries that provide needed clothing and other personal assistance in this community. We call to mind those who are struggling and pray especially for those newly added to our prayers. For Elder Soderquist, for peace and comfort. For Betty Nelson, recovering from a hospital stay. Lord, we now offer our personal prayers to you, either spoken out loud or silently in our hearts. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Gracious host, as we remember those who have died and are gathered at the heavenly banquet, comfort us with your presence. Assure us of your peace at all times. Lord, in your mercy, hear our prayer. Listen as we call on you, O God, and enfold in your loving arms all for whom we pray, in the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord. Amen. I invite you to join me in saying the Lord's Prayer together with the Virgin with Trespasses. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Receive the blessing. May God bless you and keep you. May God's face shine upon you with grace and with mercy. May God look upon you with favor and give you peace. Go in that peace, serving the Lord. Thanks be to God.
What? Eric's 20th anniversary of ordination? What? Are you kidding me? It seems like, oh, hi, Eric. Year 20 already? I can still remember year number 1. And especially a sermon that you preached on Palm Sunday 2001, when you described to us what it was like to ride an animal that had never been ridden. Memorable and hilarious. A lot of sermons since then, a lot of ministry since then. We served together for a good hunk of the first 20 years so far. And during that time together, I became aware of your many, many gifts for ministry that God has blessed you with and that God will continue to use wherever you are asked to serve God's people. Another aspect of what makes you an excellent pastor is that you're an excellent father and husband. So a little shout out to your excellent family as well. So may God bless this celebration of your 20th anniversary, and may God continue to bless you in the 20 or more years of ministry that are still ahead of you. All the best, Eric.
Hi, Pastor. Come on in. We're going to sit in the patio because it's nicer out there.
Good to see you, Roger.
Watch your step. Why don't you sit over in this chair, Pastor?
Hi, Pastor. I'm so glad you could come out. It's been a beautiful day, and we're grateful to see you. Went to church this morning, which is always a wonderful thing and a great sermon.
I want to
And-
celebrate your 20th year of ordination.
We're going over talking about different things that we've appreciated so much, your ministry.
Really appreciated your participation in the property meetings. We haven't had a pastor that showed that much interest and involvement. It's a real incentive.
And I have really enjoyed and appreciated the Bible studies that you've been doing every Tuesday. And now the ones on the video are also really appreciated. Thank you. Pastor, we just want to say to you, congratulations. Thank you for your ministry to the people of Holy Trinity Lutheran Church.
Eric, it's Steve Hankey here. I wanted to say a special congratulations to you on your 20-year anniversary of being ordained as a Lutheran minister. You have certainly shepherded Holy Trinity in a very, very excellent way, and we greatly appreciate that. I have learned a lot from you in your sermons on a weekly basis, and I'm especially grateful for the way that you have creatively put together each Sunday's worship service during this pandemic. It has really been, I think, remarkable, the work that you've been doing. So thank you so much again, and congratulations in your continued service to the Lord.
Happy Pastorversary, or whatever you call it. I'm not sure. Congratulations, Pastor Eric, on such an amazing achievement. 20 years in ministry is astounding, and that is such an awesome accomplishment. You are my boss, but you are also my pastor and such an awesome human being to work with. You are a listener, you are a peacemaker, and you are such an amazing pastor to our congregation and also to the little ones that I work with in Faith Explorers. Thank you for everything that you do, and congratulations on 20 years of being a pastor.
Hello from Wanda and Richard Farron. Congratulations, Pastor Eric, on the 20th anniversary of your ordination.
We are pleased to be in ministry with you and are so thankful for the openness and warmth that you bring to all you do.
Hi, Pastor. It's Jim and Susie Wilbur. Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Praise Him, all creatures here below. Praise Him above, ye heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen. Happy anniversary, Pastor.
Congratulations.
Hi, Pastor Eric. This is Fred Lindberg, and I believe we are all blessed to be a blessing. And I think that your wisdom and love and leadership has been a major blessing to all of us. Keep up the great work, and congratulations.
Congratulations on the 20th anniversary of your ordination, Pastor Eric. I'm always amazed at the patience and thoughtfulness that you exhibit in your interactions with church members. And you're always expressing your appreciation of the work that volunteers do on behalf of the church. Your dedication and leadership have tremendously helped us navigate Holy Trinity's path during these uncertain times.
Hi, Pastor Eric. Congratulations on your 20th anniversary of your ordination. It's really been a blessing having you with us at Holy Trinity, and I have especially appreciated all the contributions you've made to Honey Tree Early Childhood Center. The children really enjoyed your chapel times and coming into the classroom to sing songs with them. Thank you so much.
Hi, Pastor Eric. I just want to say thank you for everything that you do for our congregation, and especially the extra hard work you have done during the COVID-19 pandemic. You brought worship and communion into our homes, and we really appreciate everything that you do for us. Congratulations again on your 20th anniversary of your ordination, and may God's peace be with you always.
Congratulations, Pastor Eric. From Julie and Michelle on your 20th anniversary of being ordained as a Lutheran minister. What an achievement. We really appreciate your support of Honey Tree. The students love your chapel time stories and songs and your classroom visits. Holy Trinity and Honey Tree are very blessed to have such a kind and caring pastor.
Hi, I'm Jane Naramore.
And I'm Dave Naramore. Pastor Eric, this is for you. We want to congratulate you on the 20th anniversary of your ordination into the Lutheran Church. We are so proud of you and your family. You brought a spirit of youth and energy and commitment to Christ into our sermons and into our daily life in our church community.
And Pastor Eric, I would like to especially thank you for your contributions that you make to Honey Tree, to going into the classrooms and doing story time, music time with the children, as well as chapel time inside the church. It's such an important ministry of Holy Trinity, and I believe it's sometimes the first chance children get to go into a church. So I think it's very important. And I want to thank you as a board member from Honey Tree for your contributions to the board members as well. You put endless hours into attending meetings and supporting us as well. So thank you again.
Pastor Eric, we look forward to seeing you in church.
Pastor, congratulations on your 20th anniversary of your ordination. I was so happy I could be on your call committee in 2014 when we found you. I appreciate your humor, your gentleness, your kind heart, your sermons, and I look forward to working with you as council president.
Congratulations.
Hi, we're the Eggert Sadowski family.
Congratulations on the 20th anniversary to the hardest working pastor we know.
Congratulations, Pastor Eric. Thank you for your 20 years of ministry.
Wow.
You are amazing.
Way to go.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Thank you for your service.
Good morning, Pastor Eric. This is Joni Balsley. Congratulations on your 20th anniversary. Thanks again for all your hard work.
Hi, Pastor Eric. This is Jean and Dave Balsley, and we want to thank you for all you've done, especially during these last 6 months.
Pastor Eric, 20 years as a pastor at Holy Trinity. That's a real accomplishment. Our little granddaughter went through Honey Tree, and she certainly enjoyed the pastor at the time at church. And my gosh, I'll be 98 years old when we reach your 40th, so looking forward to it. Congratulations again.
It's 20 years! Wow! Congratulations, Eric. We love you. We love you. We love you.
Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Pastor Eric. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary to you. Happy anniversary, Pastor Eric. Happy anniversary to you.
Hi, I'm Brenda Boss. I'm the assistant to the bishop for rostered leaders in Southwest California Synod, and I just wanted to say congratulations, Pastor Eric, on 20 years since your ordination. You have served with great love and commitment, and God bless you in this celebration.
Hello, Pastor Eric. 5 years ago, when we moved to University Village, and you were just starting your ministry at Holy Trinity, we had the good fortune to meet, and although we've never been Lutherans, you did a good job of showing us what it was all about, and we thank you so much for that.
During that period of time, we've grown closer to the Lord, and so we're grateful to you, Eric, for your support and encouragement in that area. Thank you.
Bye.
Good morning. I'm Gala Vivian. Pastor Eric, I'm grateful that for over 5 years of those 20 years of your ministry, you have been our spiritual leader. I have had the pleasure of working with you as we have created and developed worship services and other activities for residents of University Village. You've been there for us in time of need and illness. Your sincere dedication has been an inspiration, comfort, and joy. Congratulations and thank you.
1, 2, 3.
Welcome to University Village. Pastor Eric, we want to thank you for the many things you have done for us at University Village. You've enhanced our lives, you supported us in every way. Not only for those of us who are members of the Holy Trinity Church, but for all of our residents. Some of the special ways you have helped us come to mind.
Our Advent programs.
Ash Wednesday services.
Good Friday service. Oh, yes. Good Friday.
Vespers on Sunday evening.
Congratulations on the 20th anniversary of your ordination. God loves you, and so do we.
That's it.
go.
Warm greetings from Moore University Village residents. Your excellent sermons inspire us. Your sense of humor delights us. Your acceptance of our individuality encourages us. Your comforting words bring us solace. We appreciate your service, and most of all, you for being
congenial, compassionate, compelling, creative. Congratulations on the 20th anniversary
of your ordination.
Blessings be yours as you have blessed us. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
What a wonderful pleasure, and definitely to our good fortune that we have Pastor Eric. There's so many things that he's done for me. One thing, at my wife's Doris memorial, he helped plan, and then he conducted the service so wonderfully, you know, and then the other big thing is with me. I have not been well for several months, and he's come by and spent time with me, and such a positive thinking gentleman he is. I certainly hope that he'll stick around for at least another 50 years, so forth. Okay, I think I've probably said enough. Good luck, continued good luck, good fortune, and good health to you and your family.
Congratulations on 20 years, Pastor Eric. We are so happy that you became our pastor, and we appreciate all your spiritual guidance, and we're just so happy for you and continue to do well.
I'm very thankful for you as our pastor. I'm thankful for the guidance and your leadership. I'm thankful for all the hard work that you've put in, especially during these times of the pandemic, and your ability to keep our congregation connected. And so I'm very grateful, and happy anniversary and congratulations.
Happy anniversary, Pastor Eric. Congrats on 20 years. I'm so thankful that you're a pastor. Like my parents said, I'm so thankful for your guidance and everything that you've done for us. You're amazing. I love you and everything. So I hope you just have the best time and continue to be great.
Hey, Pastor Eric, a huge congratulations on this amazing milestone in your ministry. I'm representing the Erickson family because Sherry is up taking care of her mom who's recovering from back surgery up in Apple Valley. So on behalf of us Ericksons, we want to thank you for your tireless efforts, especially as we go through this time of quarantine. But thank you for being a part of the Holy Trinity family, and God's richest blessings for at least 20 more years of service. Amen to that. Thank you, and congrats again.
Well, my spokesperson left the building there, so I guess I have to do the talking.
Hey, Eric, congratulations on 20 years of ordination and ministry. Can't believe it's been that long. Just a quick greeting from Montana, and a happy day to you all. Note on that picture, I believe the story behind that beard was that since you were having such a hard time getting a call in Montana, we had agreed to grow our beards out until you landed a church somewhere, and that was the end result. Anyways, that's not true at all, but hope you had an awesome celebration and a Another 20 years of ministry. Cheers.
This is Betty Nelson. Congratulations on achieving that wonderful milestone goal. May the Lord bless you and your family as you are now about to embark upon the next 20 years of pastoral service.
Good morning. I am Nina Wong, and I am so pleased to say congratulations, Pastor Eric, upon answering the call and becoming an ordained Lutheran minister 20 years ago. You have made such a positive impact upon our community and on so many individuals, myself included. I became a member at Holy Trinity in October of 2017. However, prior to this, and because of a very supportive and encouraging conversation I had with you, Pastor Eric, I participated in Holy Trinity's mission trip down to our sister church in El Salvador, Spirit of Joy Lutheran Church, in July of 2017. Your heartfelt compassion was clearly evident in your every interaction with the families of our sister church. Thank you, Pastor Eric. We are called to act with justice. We are called to love tenderly. We are called to serve one another, to walk humbly with God. Blessings to you, Pastor Eric.
Hey, Eric. Congratulations.
We thank God for you and your family in these years that you've shared your gifts with us. Thank you so much, and God's blessings on you.
And we had a great trip to El Salvador, a great ministry in July of 2017. Great to have you as our pastor.
Hi, Pastor Eric. Congratulations on 20 years of being a pastor. You're great.
Greetings, Pastor Eric. I, Dixie Hansen, thank you for your insightful, thought-provoking Bible studies each week. They help me deepen my faith as I clarify truths and ponder new connections in my faith journey. I'm also so grateful for your support for adult education through our spiritual growth ministry, helping to connect us with presenters as we schedule our weekly Sunday adult forums each quarter. Thank you so much for carrying on the pastoral leadership of HDLC faithfully and successfully in spite of the staff shortages and changes. Congratulations on this milestone, and may you be blessed as you serve Christ through your faith-filled ministries.
Hello, this is Richard
And Margaret,
Schwam saying congratulations to Pastor Eric.
on all of his sermons. Just think how many you've written in the last 20 years.
We've enjoyed them all.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
We are Nada and Nelius Ronning and our Pastor Eric's mother and father-in-law, just as parents. Congratulations, Eric.
We joyfully remember your ordination at Mount Cross Lutheran Church in Camarillo 20 years ago. It was a special day. Pastor Almond Johnson, who baptized you, was there. Your parents were there from Montana. It was the beginning of your formal ministry. You and Desta were married but had no kids yet. Can you remember back that far?
We are blessed to have journeyed with you these 20 years, being an extended part of the Mount Cross and Holy Trinity congregations you have served. You have persevered through struggles and rejoiced in good times. You have been and are a faithful shepherd. We love you.
Hi, Pastor Eric. Just wanted to say congratulations on the 20th anniversary of your ordination. I was thinking back on all the projects that we worked on together at Mount Cross, Vacation Bible School, Sunday School, Children's Choir, all kinds of youth ministry stuff, trips, youth trips, just all kinds of stuff, Easter breakfast, all kinds of stuff. But my favorite trip that we went on was the 2010 Wild West tour, when we went up to your parents' ranch, and 18 kids, 3 adults, and 2 vans, and it was crazy, wild time, and one that I'll never forget. So that was a great time. Thank you for the opportunity that you gave me to lead the praise band back in 2008, and that was great joy in my life. And thank you for the faith that you had in me, allowing me to do that. You were just there for so many important times in our family's lives. When Mike's dad passed away, you were there when his mom passed away. You were there for our children's confirmations. You were just a really important part of our family and a part of our lives for so many years. And thank you for being there, and I just wish you all the best. All right, take care.
Hi, Pastor Eric. This is Andy Del Marto. I just want to congratulate you on your 20th anniversary of being ordained in the Lutheran Church. You might remember me from a long time ago while you were the youth pastor at Mount Cross. You might remember I had a lot more hair on my head back then too. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for everything that you did for me. I don't have a specific moment, but really just the culmination of everything that you did for the confirmation class, for road rules, for Santa Barbara trips, for the Seattle trip, just everything. I was going through a lot of internal conflict with myself as a teenager, and your guidance, your mentorship while I was a youth during those times was so helpful, just keeping me grounded and understanding how much God loved me and how much it didn't matter what the struggle I was going through with. I always knew I had God's love, and I was taught really from you. So thank you so much for all of your help, and congratulations again.
Hey Eric, congratulations on 20 years of being a pastor. The Stouch family wrote you a song. He's our pastor Eric, loved by you and me. He preaches on the Word of God to all our families. He may be tall and handsome, but he's not so gruff. He sings in praise and wears a stole and other pastor stuff. Oh, down in Camarillo, he started his career. Our families got together and grew stronger every year. Dinners, hikes, and camping trips filled our heart and soul. His sermons were so personal, you might just play a role. Oh, he's done funerals and marriages and christened this whole crew. And if you are a lucky one, he might just baptize you. After years at Mount Cross, Holy Trinity he trusts. His family moved on up the hill and left us in the dust. Oh, 20 years of pastoring and many gray hairs later, his journey has been worth a while in the eyes of our Creator. We hope you have enjoyed this song. We know it's rather odd. We thank Eric for his pastoring, and thanks be to God. Amen.
Amen.
Hey, Pastor Eric, it's Ross and Ian here, and we're here to celebrate you.
Yep, congratulations on 20 years in the church, from coffee house to campouts,
We're excited and we're happy to have you in our life and glad you helped raise us to the men we are today.
Yeah, I mean, we can remember Ultimate Frisbee on the weekends, and then, at least in Ian and our case, trying to navigate New Orleans with you and all the rest of the youth group, and just being so thankful for everything that you did for us and Mount Cross Lutheran. So congratulations, continue the great work, and we love you. Yeah, love you, Eric.
Pastor Eric, congratulations on the 20th anniversary of your ordination. God's blessings from 4 of the 5 members of the Johnson family, Cy, Gail, Peter, and Eric. We will remember your ordination and your 14 years of service at Mount Cross.
We are so thankful for our time together, whether in worship or working on learning in youth or service and missions and so much more.
And I think I can speak for many of the youth over the years at Mount Cross that we are especially grateful for your leadership in confirmation, praise band, youth trips, and more.
So Pastor Eric and Tedesta, so much a part of that ministry, your whole family, Maya, Dryden, and Piper. We are so thankful for your friendship and your love over these years. And I will also say that gratitude and thanks for my parents, Ken and Claire Peterson, who thought of you like their own grandkids.
God be with you as you continue serving in your ministry. Sending our love.
Love to you.
Congratulations, Pastor Eric. 20 years is a lot of lives touched, and Mount Cross was very fortunate to have had you, and I'm very thankful that you were there from my youth and young adulthood. I can't fathom the patience it took to bring a bunch of rowdy teenagers to the Navajo Reservation or the National Youth Gatherings in Atlanta or San Jose or on a road trip around the entire state, and somehow we didn't scare you off from continuing to do it. Your wisdom and insight into the peace of Jesus is a blessing for everyone that hears it, and I'm so glad you continue to bless lives with your sermons as the best goat wrestling, guitar strumming pastor there is. Amen.
Hey, this is Matthew. I was in the high school youth group and the middle school confirmation class at Mount Cross Lutheran Church, and Pastor Eric was the youth pastor there. Congratulations on 20 years. I was always the kid who had endless questions, and I remember on all of our summer trips, I'd always badger Pastor Eric on the meaning of some obscure passage or the meaning of Jesus' sacrifice. And I'm so thankful that he took the time to answer all of my questions and nurtured my love for the Word of God. Thank you for the fun trips, the long conversations, and all the great memories that shaped who I am today. Congratulations on 20 years, PE.
Hi, my name is Meredith, and this is my mom, Marilyn, and my son, Luke. And we remember when you were actually ordained 20 years ago, Pastor Eric.
I have fond memories of working with you for all those years, Pastor Eric.
I met you when I was in 8th grade, and for the last 20 years, you've been there for me through so many different situations in my life. Thank you so much for all the support you've been for our family.
Congratulations on being ordained for 20 years ago.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Hey, Pastor Eric, this is Jennifer Christensen, formerly Jennifer Griffiths, just wanting to wish you congratulations on your 20th anniversary of being an ordained pastor. My family first got to know you around 2007 when my son Nathan was born, and you baptized him at Mount Cross Lutheran sometime in 2008. One of my best memories I have of you is back in 2018. It was one of the most difficult times of my life. My husband Eric was in the hospital at Los Robles and very sick. You sort of miraculously appeared in Los Robles Hospital lobby and you prayed with me, and that meant so much. So thank you for being an amazing pastor. We wish you the best.
Eric and Desta are our cousins.
And Eric, you married us
16 years ago.
16 years ago. Thank you. Congratulations, Pastor Eric. Yay.
Hi, Pastor Eric. It's Kathleen Sands. You have a pastor's heart, and you are the best person I've ever worked with in my entire life. Truly. I see the way you treat every person with kindness and respect and love. It's sort of like the way Jesus told us to love your neighbor. That's what you do. And it doesn't matter if it's a church member coming through the door, you know, someone who's been coming to Holy Trinity every Sunday for 40 years, or it could be a kid from CLU coming in to say, can I speak to a pastor? Or it could be a plumber, or it could be me. You treat everybody with kindness, and I appreciate that. And since I've worked with you, I've seen you do a lot. The entire remodel of the fellowship hall and the kitchen and the fireside room and the 2 new classes at Honey Tree and the showers. You really wanted to build those showers, and it was almost prophetic because in March with coronavirus, when all the services were shut down for homeless people, well, at least people can come here and take a shower. And I think it's amazing that since March, we have provided a lunch for hungry people here at the church every single day. And that takes a lot of volunteers, but it's you. You do that. And I also think you're such a good father. You have those 3 sweet kids who have been so helpful during this whole time when we don't have a lot of volunteers like we used to. They've really stepped up, and they're here helping and pitching in. And I have seen you and Desta too have to be strong for a lot of people. There was the shooting at Borderline, and the next day the kids from CLU were here in the church office trying to seek comfort from the church and from you and from God, and you were there for them. And then as they were sitting there in the church office, we got the call to evacuate because the very same day as the Borderline massacre, there were 2 wildfires. And then while everybody was evacuating, there was a major car accident right in front of the church. And then traffic stretched all 3 directions for miles. But you stay calm. You do stay calm. And you work hard. And church members say to me, can you get him to take a day off? I can't. But you work joyfully. And I also see you walk people through the really important milestones in their life, like baptism and First Communion and confirmation and marriage counseling and weddings and memorial services. And you're always there for people. And even now, during a worldwide pandemic, you have literally reinvented the way we do church. And it works. Everybody loves the videos. Nothing will stop you from getting the Word of God to the congregation. And at a time when people feel isolated during this season of sadness for the world, you have somehow managed to make the people here at Holy Trinity feel connected. There's a feeling of community and of family, and it's what every church strives for. So I really know that Jesus is watching you and saying, well done. So congratulations on 20 years of serving the Lord. Good job.
Hi, Pastor Eric. This is Nancy Truex. I want to congratulate you on 20 years in the ministry. I want to thank you for all you do and all you are doing during this very difficult time. I'm sure you did not anticipate anything like this. But when you open the church doors for our virtual service and I see your friendly and welcoming face and then follow you in, get everything set up, hear your wonderful message. Always, always excellent. Always a good grounding for the week to come. I thank you very much. Likewise for the Wednesday Bible study. Always something to look forward to. Thank you. God bless.
Greetings from Mary.
And Bill Hurley.
Pastor Eric, congratulations on 20 years of ministry, making a difference in the lives of so many people. We've appreciated your meaningful and well thought out sermons and your hard work here at Holy Trinity.
I especially appreciated your visits, bringing prayer and comfort to me when I was in the hospital last year. We joined with others in offering our congratulations and wishing you well.
Congratulations.
Hi, this is Joan and
Carol Scott.
Well, Pastor, I can't believe you've been ordained for 20 years. You still have the spark. And I also wanted to tell you that whoever told you that as a shoe salesman you should look into the ministry was right. You went from one type of souls to another type of souls. Thank you for being with us.
Okay, Pastor. Well, I thank and praise the Lord that 20 years ago that you were ordained and that you received a calling. And we are so blessed to have you as our pastor. And I just think you are amazing. And I love your sermons, and I'm so privileged to be part of the congregation at Holy Trinity.
Congratulations, Pastor Eric. Thanks so much for all the lessons you've taught me during confirmation class. My favorite one is about the Holy Spirit. I look forward to many more years of learning with you.
Hi, Eric. Congratulations on your 20th anniversary of your ordination. I'm so proud of you and wish you many, many more years of serving the Lord. We love you, Mom and Dad.
Eric, it was interesting, wonderful, and a joy for Mom and me to journey with you through your formative years. At your baptism, we knew Jesus was with you. As you grew older, we could see you enjoyed being with him. It has been a joy to watch you walk humbly with God through your life. And it's amazing how God led you and Desta together and blessed us with 3 wonderful grandchildren, Maya, Dryden, and Piper. And I'd like to leave you with a little blessing. May the glory of God rest upon you. May his peace abide in you. May his presence illuminate your heart, now and forever.
Love you, Eric.
I love that you have a passion that you enjoy and that you can share with the rest of the family.
I love watching you be so happy when you preach, and I love listening to them.
Thanks, Daddy. I love you. Congratulations on 20 years. That's a big deal. Thank you for being a great father, role model, and also a role model as a leader in the church. I've loved being able to see you do children's time, music time, and chapel time during preschool, up to teaching Bible studies at confirmation and youth group, and now listening to you preach or helping film the services. So thanks, Daddy. I love you.
Eric, I had no idea when I met you that I would end up being married to a pastor. It's been a really good 20 years, and I've really enjoyed and appreciated watching you grow in your leadership as a person using his voice to preach the gospel and to combine it with things happening in the real world so that it really becomes something important for our daily lives. I often push you to preach things in different ways, and almost every Sunday when I come into worship and hear you preach, I'm always surprised at how you did something really well. And I'm really glad that I can hear sermons and be a part of worship and be touched and be spiritually moved and be gifted with spiritual growth of myself, even being married to the pastor. I've seen you walk with lots of people through hard and really meaningful and joyous occasions, and I appreciate how you always give yourself and your time to people, and I just acknowledge all that you carry in that, the good and the hard. I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm looking forward to seeing how you keep growing in the next 20 years. And thank you for being a major part of this family and helping us all to understand what our faith means on a daily basis. We love you.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, Dad.
I love you.